This is Matt Ferry in Toolboxing. I'm delighted for the first time to be joined by the Dream, Devin Haney, world champion. You've got Australia to go to for fight for the undisputed against George Kambosos. You look in good shape, Devin. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm happy to finally get my shot at all the belts. This is a dream come true of mine, and I'm ready to go.
It's been a long time coming. I think every time you were talking about fighting for all the belts, it seemed to be a stumbling block in the way. We had Ryan Garcia fight, an eliminator to then get to fight you, and then he called out Tank. You were actually at the fight, and you're saying, "Well, no, you've got to fight me now." The fight didn't happen. Do you feel like you're one of the most avoided fighter in boxing? Because you've been trying to get these fights, and eventually, throughout all of this, you've eventually got the big one.
Yeah, at one point I was the most avoided fighter in boxing, but now I finally get my shot. Now I'm finally going to be the top dog in the lightweight division. I'm going to finally be the guy that comes out on top, and I thank God for it. You know, it worked out in my favor. They were avoiding me, they were ducking, they were dodging, but they couldn't duck long enough because now I get my shot, and now I'm going to be victorious and undisputed champion.
We see these fights in people's careers where I think Floyd had it against Oscar De La Hoya, where they have that fight, then everything flips. He's the A side predominantly through the rest of his career. Do you think this is the fight, or the two fights where you stamp your authority and then after that become, look, you got to come see me now? Is this that crossroads fight for you?
Yes, I definitely agree with that. I think that this is the fight that I had to be the B side. I had to take the short end of the stick to come out on top and be the shot caller after. So that's what will happen.
Now, I remember seeing you from back in the day on YouTube in Floyd's gym and growing up, and what's that sort of experience been like, from the Mayweather gym and working with people in that gym, and how's that helped you prepare for what's come today?
Everything has prepared me up to this point. Everything that I did in my fight career has made me mentally, physically ready for this big moment of mine, and I look to showcase it on June 4th. Everything that I'm made of, I'm bringing with me, and I'm gonna be entirely too much for him.
George Kambosos now obviously had a good win over Teofimo Lopez. Going into that fight, were you expecting that? Because a lot of the boxing world had sort of wrote him off before that fight. Were you surprised by his performance?
No, I wasn't surprised. Before the fight, I said that that Teo looked a little off. He looked like he wasn't focused. Don't be surprised if George wins, and that's exactly what happened.
Do you think the difference on the night will be that your level's above? Is that how you see this fight, that you'll go in there and you'll just have that little bit too much know-how to either see the rounds out or to force the stoppage?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly how it will play out. I will show that I'm on the elite level. I think he's a good fighter, but I'm just elite. I'm just special. I'm a special kind of fighter. I come every 10 years, every 15 years, and I will show that.
There's a lot of talk about judges and things like that. Do you have any concern at all? And I know it's out of your hands, so you can only do what you can do. But in the back of your mind, do you ever think, I hope I get a fair shake?
No, because I know that it's neutral judging. I know that it's fair judging. So I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on going in there, sticking to my game plan, and coming out victorious.
Now, Javante Tank Davis is going against Rolly Romero. Rolly seems to always have something to say about you. What do you make of him? Because obviously, 1 minute he's fighting Tank, and he said he's going to knock him out, and he trashes you. What do you make of him?
That dude is he's making a mockery of himself. He's saying whatever comes to his mind. There's no type of strategy to anything that he's saying. He's just fucking freestyling.
Who do you think wins that fight?
Tank, for sure.
Do you think Tank manages to knock him out?
Yeah, more than likely.
When you won't look past George Kambosos, but you must be looking for when you think down the line, there's some super mega fights to be made. There's likes of yourself, Shakur Stevenson, Javante. Do you look at them and think, you know what, years to come, these will be the pay-per-view headline shows in Vegas, in the big arenas, and you'll be obviously headlining?
Yeah, definitely. I think that in due time, all those big fights will happen, but it all starts with me, because I will be the guy with all the gold, and they got to come through me to get some. So,
how satisfying is it going to be for you? Because when you obviously got elevated to WBC champion status, people were saying, "Oh, you're a paper champion, you're an email champion," but now you're going and you're going to have the chance to get all the belts. How satisfying is that going to be for you to go? There we go.
It couldn't have worked out better for me. They said email champion. Now I'm going to be undisputed. Going through the champion to get it done. So finally, I get my shot, and they will have to recognize.
And just before we go, last one for me. You're always wearing something good. You're always dripping in Dior or something. What's the next purchase? You're always going out. You're always spending money. What's the next purchase?
You know what's crazy? Going into this fight, all my other fights, I would always talk about, oh, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. Like, I would always be looking ahead, but right now I'm just like enjoying the process, enjoying the grind, enjoying the steps I got to take to get there, and everything I want, I pretty much got. Of course, you can always have more, but my the next big thing that I want is these belts, and that's my main focus right now.
Devin Haney, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. I appreciate your time, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.